What's good, folks? We back. Today, we dive into a real good experiment. Which video game character would survive the ultimate zombie apocalypse? Listen, we got a nice little lineup. For the contestants today, we got the Hulk. You already know, big green guy. We got Lara Croft, Clementine, Kratos, and Gauntlet of Rivia. So we got 5 levels they gonna have to face. Listen, the zombie apocalypse stuff, it gets harder and harder. First level, we're gonna be talking about the zombies in The Walking Dead. The slow, dumb, sloppy. And as we progress, we get to more and more challenging things that they gotta survive. Now listen, I know what you're thinking, how we gonna measure all this? I got it all laid out. Listen, each character, they're gonna be judged on their survival skills, adaptability, and how well they fit into the zombie apocalypse and the chaos in each level. So for level 1, we got the Walking Dead walkers. The classic slow and dumb. Let's start off with the big green guy. And I know what you're thinking, he the Hulk, how could he lose? But hear me out. The Hulk, he all about brute force. Listen, you never see the Hulk throw jabs. You never see that man faint from range. He a sloppy striker for real. And he all about the brute force and smashing whatever in his way. I think the problem with that, once he get into a horde and he throw that big ass right hook, oh yeah, listen, all it takes is one walker to just have his mouth open like he punched that, it's over with. Next thing you know, you got a big body zombie stomping around like he owned the place. So I think for that reason, the Hulk, he gonna get up out of there. Listen, if he don't get bit swinging on people with that sloppy striking, where he gonna sleep? Like, come on, it's over with that. That man is not making it past the first round. So the Walking Dead walkers, they packed the Hulk up. I'm sorry to tell you this. Next, we got Lara Croft. Now, Lara, she thrives in this situation for real. She's calculated, resourceful, and she know how to handle herself against slow-moving threats. Listen, she gonna make it out of The Walking Dead, no problem at all. Now we got Clem. So Clementine, she got experience. She been fighting these zombies her whole life. She know what to do for real. She in the game itself. How can she lose? I know what you might be thinking though. You might be thinking, didn't she get bit in the game? But not her fault. As for Kratos, now listen, Kratos against those walkers, listen, I ain't really gotta explain it. We know he not a sloppy striker like the Hulk. This man, he know how to dodge. He got the movement, he got the head movement. And I think he could use the blades. Like, this is easy for Kratos. We already know he making it past. Now let's talk about Geralt. Now Geralt, listen, he a legit monster hunter. He do this the same thing for a living. Like, he already doing this, so it ain't gonna be no problem for him. But now let's get into level 2. We talking about Days Gone apocalypse. Here where things get more challenging. The zombies a lot faster, they smarter, and some of them being mutated into something nasty. But let's see who keeps up. So Lara Croft, she holding her own. This is really not too different from what she already faced in the Tombs and Ruins. And Clementine, yeah, I feel like she's still in the fight. Come on. She's cautious, resourceful, and I think that really will keep her alive. And Kratos, he just skipped this level entirely. Like, come on. Gauntlet of Rivia, he been training for this his whole life. I don't see how he gets out in this situation. Cause yeah, these zombies a little faster and a tidbit smarter, but to be honest, I don't think they a problem for any of these people. So honestly, I think everybody could survive that one. But now, this is where it gets serious. We talking about World War Z zombies. Now these zombies, they sprint like they a bunch of crackheads running at the piece of. So it started Lara Croft. Listen, she quick, smart. She got some stamina to outrun them. I feel like she might be able to dodge them, rig some traps, and it inevitably slows them down. Listen, she might be barely hanging on, but I think she make it past this round. Now let's talk about Clementine. Listen, she got all the attributes of Lara Croft, but we ain't seen enough film to know if she could really outrun some crackheads, cause them zombies, they a lot more relentless than the Walking Dead zombies. And I think this might be the downfall of Clementine right here, cause I don't think she could outrun these crackhead zombies like that. But let's talk about Kratos. Listen, Kratos, he could thrive in here, but this time it's not just about strength, it's endurance and strategy. And luckily, he got both. Now Geralt, it's in a swarm like this, Geralt, he got them magic tricks. I'm not gonna lie, he got the signs and the potion. He got his instincts and stamina, and he gonna need to use all of them. Now, level 4. 3 people left. 3 people. We talking about The Last of Us. We talking about the bloaters, the clickers, we talking about all of them. So, Lara Croft, she is stealthy. She is stealthy, and she ain't a stranger to terrifying situations. And this might be crazy, but I think she still survives this. Barely breathing at the end. Just barely. Now, Kratos, I feel like a bloater might give him some problems for it. It might. And to be honest, he been fighting gods and everything like that. Kratos, he's scorching this thing, man. Now, Geralt, I feel like this where Geralt really shines at. Listen, the songs like Axie, Ignia, if you know what I'm talking about, I feel like this is where this man basically live. So The Last of Us Infected, I gotta say, yeah, they all get through right here. Lara Croft, she on her last breath here. Cause coming up next, we got level 5, and level 5, we talking about Resident Evil type of zombies. Listen, it's a full horrifying apocalypse. It got all the biomutant big body bosses, and I'm not gonna lie, Lara Croft, I don't think she can handle all this pressure, because this a whole totally new level of craziness that she ain't never experienced, and I think she get packed up right here. Now for Geralt of Rivia, I gotta say, Geralt, I feel like he could barely make it. He could barely make it. Listen, all them signs, he gonna have to use them. But I still think he survives. Now Kratos, here's where it gets juicy. Kratos, they create some unstoppable monsters, so that man gonna have a hard time here. He gonna be on his last leg. And now we get into the bonus round. Listen, I had to think, what would take out Kratos and Geralt of Rivia? Or what could possibly give them so much trouble that I think eventually they'll succumb to the inevitable. Let's mix it all together. Listen, every single type of zombie mixed into one. Yeah, I think this where it get too much. You gotta think about it though. You got the slow pacing from The Walking Dead. You got the fast pacing crackheads from, like, come on, you got everything there. So I think that somebody, they gonna get packed up. And as for who? Listen, I know Kratos, he fighting all these other things, all these otherworldly beings, but I think his strategy not as good as Geralt's. So, I gotta say, Geralt get packed up. I'm sorry. Listen, Kratos, he even if they do bite him, I feel like that man's just gonna come back. Like, how many times that dude died? So, I gotta say, Kratos, he gotta be the ultimate survivor. But Geralt, I think that he could still live very long, cause this man, he do this for a living. But at a certain point, I feel like it get to too much. And you know what? Kratos get packed up too. We ain't with none of that. Everybody getting packed up eventually. But I would think that Geralt, he get packed up first before Kratos, cause Kratos unlimited stamina and all that. But did you like my yapathon? If you did, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want it, and check this video out. We out.